Welcome, 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 everyone. Happy Friday evening. I hope you all are having a fabulous and fantastic day so far. I'm super excited to have our special guest, Sharde Richardson, on our show. I'm Rosa.
And I'm Nessa, and welcome to Chat with Rosa and Nessa. This is a phenomenal woman, Sharde. I call her my poet. She's an investor. She's a businesswoman. She's a mom. She's an entrepreneur. She's a team leader, a platinum leader. In fact, with BProsperous Trade, we're part of the IM Academy family, and we're so blessed and happy now and grateful for her and her life. And so, Rose, I'm going to kick it off with you, starting this fabulous evening with Miss Sharde. Take it over.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Again, Sharde, thank you for joining with us and being our guest this evening. I know every time you speak, people listen. So I've been excited to have you join us on this call. So I'm super excited for all the words of wisdom that you're about to give to us. And to start off, I just
Thank
want
you.
to, know how you joined Forex and how was your life before you joined and when did you get started?
So I actually joined because of Bianca. Bianca and I attended Trinity Washington University together. So we went back. We go back way back. But she was posting about it. And then I eventually hit her up to see what it was about, and then I was really like hesitant at first. So I told her I was ready. She did a three-way call with me and Brittany Garrison, and I still didn't take the opportunity. But then one day I just hit up, but I was like, today is it. So actually next month I will be. It'll be a year.
That is
Yeah, it'll
amazing.
be a
One
year.
year coming up. Yep, that's it.
Yep, it'll be a year.
That's great. So when you got started, right? I know everyone has like their own journey when they get started. They're like running the play, or they had the moment where they kind of like stop and they're just trying to like get everything together. Was there a moment where you sort of stopped and then kept going, or were you just going, going, going?
There has been moments with an S that I've stopped. Um, and came back to it, and more so it was just a self-development part, right? So just knowing that I needed to work on my self-development, work on my confidence, right? So prior to this opportunity, I was actually like in a really bad state, bad panic attacks, no confidence in myself, afraid to talk to people and things of that sort. And so when this opportunity came around, I found myself being around people who thought like I did, but they spoke it out loud and I kept it inside. And so that just made me so much more confident, knowing that I could do this. Like I can do this. I can, take this business by storm, but also I can tell my story and motivate the next person, to take a journey like I did. Take a leap of faith.
Right, right. So, I can definitely see, your mindset has completely shifted. You said like there are times, there are moments where, you want to kind of like give up. So how important is it to have these mentors who pour into us daily? Because I know for everyone, we have our days where we just kind of just want to throw in the towel. We kind of want to give up. We just want to be alone. So how important is it for you to, be able to call your mentors, your leaders, and just, let them know how things are?
It is imperative, right? So those moments when you're feeling down, you're feeling alone, you feel like you want to quit, it is important for you to be able to reach out to your mentor, right? Because they've already experienced some of these same moments, some of these same experiences that you're experiencing, right? So they've already experienced it. So you should definitely surround yourself around people who already know, right? Already know what it's like, already know what the issue was and how to actually guide you through. One of the things that I've actually learned is don't be afraid to ask for help, right? Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to reach out and let them know, today is not, one of those days, today is just not clicking. And sometimes I find myself afraid to actually say those words. But Bianca's like, you need to say exactly what you're feeling. Say exactly what you're feeling. Tell me that, I feel like I run out of people to call. Or, tell me what the issue is, and then we can address that issue head on. Because if you
Right.
don't know what's bothering you and you don't know what's holding you back, then at this point it's just an excuse. Like it's just an excuse for you not to put in the work. So having that mentorship is key. It is definitely like it's a survival tool.
Absolutely. It's super important because I'm having mentors, being able to call them. I know there are moments where I don't want to call them. I'm like, let me just,
Absolutely.
I'll figure it out on my own. But they're there for a reason. So we want to be able to utilize them. And I just want to switch gears real quickly. Why do you feel growing up in an African American community, the topic of investing was not discussed? Like in your household, I know for me and my family, investing wasn't discussed at the dinner table. It was more of work, 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 find a good job, graduate, retire, all this stuff, but not investing.
Um, honestly, it's a cycle,
Hmm.
right? So there are, in my family, there was, so I was raised by a single mom of three. And so in that type of household and that type of dynamic, work was all you could do, right? So you had to work to provide for your children. Um, I really don't ever even think that it was a discussion at my mom's table, right? So there, if there was no discussion at her table, um, and or even the people that she surrounded herself with, there was no one around her that had the mindset of investing for your children, for their future, for your kids going to college, right? A lot of them did not attend college, so they didn't know what it took to get there. Right? They didn't know what
Hmm.
it took to get there. They didn't know the amount of money it was going to take to get there because we weren't educated. They weren't educated about it. Right? They didn't have the
Right.
tools. They weren't, they weren't there. So it really wasn't until the ninth grade in high school when I found out that black people got PhDs. Right? And it may sound crazy, but I had no idea what a PhD was, and let alone that black people get them. And so my mentor has a PhD in biomedical engineering. The entire family, the mom went to Howard, professor at Howard. All of her siblings all have master's degrees. I mean, they actually all have doctorates, right? So this was me coming into what I felt like was a Cosby family type situation. Like, what is this? It was foreign to me. And so she actually introduced me to knowing that there's better than being in the hood. There's better than what you have right now. And in order for you to do that, you have to put in the work. You have
Right.
to want it, and when you want it, you have to go after it. Right? You have to go so hard for it. And so I really just think there was a lack of knowledge. And me being in a position I'm in now, this ends the cycle. Right? So it ends the cycle because there's no way that my son won't know how to invest. There's no way. Because now that I have the tools, what do you do with those? You sit at your table and you give it, you pass it down. So I now have the tools to be able to pass it down to my children and for him to pass them down to his children. Or even not even just our kids. I have nieces and nephews, right? So I have them, my nieces, and she's like a junior in college. My nephew's a freshman in college. So these are the times now where I can help them break the cycle.
Hmm.
So it just takes that one person to be key. And hey, I just happen to be chosen to be that one that can break the cycle in a lot of different households in one family.
Right, right. I'm glad you said that. You definitely just answered my next question. Breaking the cycle, you're put in a position where you're able to change generational curses and learn how to invest and learn how to shift your mindset. And now that you're placed into this position, you're able to pass it down from generation to generation. So that cycle
Absolutely.
now ends. So that's amazing. So has any of your family members gotten involved with the skill set or learning how to trade?
No. Nope. There's none of them. It's actually just my friends. I have high school friends. Um, it takes I think it's gonna take a little bit more belief.
Hmm.
Um, and it may sound crazy, but prior to this opportunity, I did not speak like I speak now. Right? So imagine being around a person their entire life, and then just in a matter of months, the whole mindset changed, the whole image changed, everything changing, right? So it took that for me to believe, for me to get there. Now it's going to take them to believe that I am who I'm saying that I am, right? So it's like you can't, because other than that, you just seem like one of those random people that are in someone's inbox or Instagram or Facebook, right? So now what the work is I have to prove to them that I am who I say I am. I have to prove to people now that, this is actually not me just talking, but but I really changed. I really changed. I feel the change. I see the change. I am the change. And so now it just, I put it out there and now they just have to take it, right? They have to accept it. So I've done my part, right? I've done my part. I've stepped into my role. Now it's their job to take my role seriously and then get on the train with me. But we all know some people won't join it, some people won't get on the train, but it will keep moving.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you talked a little bit about mindset. What has been your biggest change in your life since joining IMM?
Hmm,
Like,
it's a lot.
yeah.
I think what stands out to me is um, something that does not leave my side. I'm happy and grateful now. It does not leave my side for nothing. It is like one of those items as a woman that you can't leave home without. I can't leave home without I'm happy and grateful now. That mindset for me is to always be happy and grateful no matter what the situation is. No matter what, I am happy and grateful. Whether it's a bad situation, I'm happy and grateful now, right? Having death in my family, I'm happy and grateful now that God is able to see us through. Um, when I'm having a bad day, if I hear I'm happy and grateful now, instantly I no longer care about what was happening. I'm happy and grateful now because he already seen me through. It's already done. I'm good. Maybe just a few months ago, my actually almost going on a year, my nephew had a brain tumor, and he was in West Virginia. And I called him, and I said to him, "When you're going into that surgery room, tell yourself, I'm happy and grateful now that God seen me through." When he comes out, he said to me, he said, "Aunt Day Day, it made me feel so much better." Every time I said I'm happy and grateful now, I just felt better. I got the energy I needed. It's like an energy boost. And the power is in the word now. That I'm happy and grateful now that things are changing. And I'm happy and grateful now that I even had the opportunity to hear that. Because I had never heard it before. And it keeps me going. It pushes me in my time of just wanting to quit, wanting to give up. To tell yourself to be happy and be grateful because someone's doing way worse than you are. So to be grateful, that is just it's been so powerful. Like it's so powerful. I have T-shirts with it on now.
Mhm.
Because it's definitely that deep for me.
Right. The affirmations, all this stuff that our leaders and mentors told us about when we first got started. I'm like, I'm happy and grateful now. All these affirmations. What is this? I'm not used to this. But as
Right.
we continue it and we kept doing it and saying, I'm like, what have I been doing all along? It really does help you and mold you and help you become a better person when you're saying all this stuff, even if your situation may not be what you want. You're speaking what you want into existence. So
Absolutely.
definitely grateful for our amazing mentors directing us and letting us know that these affirmations work, being happy and grateful now whatever situation you're in, and knowing that you're going to get through it because you've been through it before and it's going to work out. So one of my last
Absolutely.
questions that I do have for you is, since becoming an independent business owner, what has the process been like building a team, and what have you learned most about yourself?
Hmm. Um, Building a team hasn't been easy. It hasn't been easy. Building a team takes consistency. Um, as a leader of my own team, it has taught me to, just like my leaders pour into me, I have to pour into my team as well. It's taught me that some days my team isn't going to want to, some days my team is going to have that same feeling I'm having if I want to quit, and they're going to come to me. So I need to make sure that I have the tools to give it right back to them, to tell them, you keep going, you keep pushing, that it's not over. It's not over. You can do this. And so becoming an independent business owner, like I said, it hasn't been easy, but it has allowed me to step out of my comfort zone, to talk to people who I would have never talked to on a regular day, right? It has allowed me to actually utilize social media in a way that I never used social media, right? So I'm doing videos now. Ooh, like I never thought about making a video. I never thought about doing anything like that. Um, Being an independent business owner has taught me how to just tap into who I am, right? So I'm a poet. I wasn't doing poetry again. Like I had stopped doing poetry. I had stopped way before this. When I got back in this opportunity, I realized that my voice has power in it. Right? My voice has power in it. My voice has the opportunity to lead. And so I took that and that's what I use. So anytime anybody on my team is calling me or whenever I'm meeting anyone, I can just hear them talking about anything. And I'm like, hey, I got this opportunity, right? So it allows me to help other people. So I am enjoying being an independent business owner. It's also allowing me to meet people all over the world. Right? We're talking to people in Jamaica. We're talking to people in Africa. Like we're talking to people all over the world. This is going to help put not only BP&T on the map, but it's also going to put you on the map because now people are going to know your name.
Hmm.
So I appreciate that aspect of it.
Absolutely. I feel like building business really helps you learn more about yourself, and pushes you, no matter what's going on, like, of course, like you said, there are days where you want to throw in a towel. There are days you don't want to do anything. But we're surrounded by people who constantly push us and you say it, actually anything you want, it can happen. There are people here that want to help us achieve our goals. And I've been seeing what you've been doing and definitely been looking up to. So I'm super excited for what the next few
Yeah.
months hold for you. So keep going at it. I'm super excited for you. But I want to pass it over to Vanessa Gilbert, and she's going to end it off with a few questions.
Okay, Miss Sharde. I hope you can hear me. Now you
Oh,
on your
oh,
anniversary. Oh, you okay?
yeah, I'm good.
You okay? Okay. Coming up on your 1 year anniversary coming up.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and I want to talk about the academy a little bit. What has been your overall experience with learning the skill set of trading when you first started, and what's been your journey like this past year with learning the skill set?
I would say it is definitely going back to school. So my experience with it is I'm very hands on, right? So I'm a very hands on person. Being in the academy allows me to stop, play whenever I feel like it, rewind, right? So I'm actually able to learn at my own speed. So one of the things a lot of people misconstrue with coming into this business is like, oh, these are charts and there's so many charts and I can't read this and but a lot of people don't understand is that you can literally go at your own pace. And so that's one of the things about the academy that I really enjoy. Um, Having live mentorship, finding that person who actually has my stitch that fits my style, that helps me as well. But also, just like I said, just being able to do things at my pace, and knowing that this is going to be for me. And so, in order for it to be successful for me, I know what I had to put into it, right? So just I don't allow other people's success to frighten me when it comes to being in the market. Like when people have great days, I've learned you celebrate them as if it's you, right? You celebrate it as if it's you, and so I'm okay with that. So everybody's victory is my victory as well because I know that my day is coming. That my time is coming. So the academy has taught me patience. It has taught me consistency, and it's taught me that I can become a millionaire.
Amen. Amen. Now, I know, Rosa, you only covered mentorship, but you talked about mindset and how you changed as a person. What's been your biggest mindset change about money and investing in general? Regarding money and investing, that topic. What's the biggest paradigm shift for you there?
So one of the biggest things that I've learned is what to do with a dollar. Right? So I've learned what to do with a dollar. Right. So I learned literally before this opportunity, I spent the money, right? I spent the money. The money was in my bank account. Banks were trading my money. I did not know that. I did not know that the foreign exchange market existed. I didn't know that. And so it has taught me that if I have extra money in my pocket, right? Or even okay, so what I do for a business, I have a custom t-shirt company. I've learned that what money I make is not all my money. Right? So in order for your business to run and be successful, you got to put back into it. You got to give back. And prior to that, I wasn't doing it like that. I was thinking that all the money I made was my money. I did the work, I earned it, I can put it in my pocket, and I can do whatever I want to do with it. But that's not the case. All the money that you make, whether it's in the market, whatever business you have, is not all your money. Put back, give back, watch it grow. Um, I've learned that at one point I wanted to be a part of the stock market, but again, I didn't know what the foreign exchange market was and how the success rate for the foreign exchange market is much quicker than the stock market, right? That has never crashed. Um, it's taught me about digital currency that everybody told me was a joke and that a lot of people still feel it's a joke, but it's really a movement. So it has taught me to just use your money wisely and let your money grow and not to waste it, like to not be wasteful. Like if you can go 2 weeks without getting your hair done so that you can invest, go ahead and do it. Like go ahead and do it. If you gotta sacrifice getting your eyelashes done, sacrifice them. If you gotta sacrifice new sneakers, sacrifice it because it's all gonna be worth it in the end. That
Yes,
it's going you work, 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 and then you're gonna get paid, get paid, get paid.
yes, and I always tell people take that large coffee and make it a small, and bag that lunch instead of eating out all the time. And now it's more like what is it? All the Uber Eats and all that. Give some of that up and cook some dinner at home, and you can have the money to invest. Even if
Absolutely.
when we had that training with Justin, what to do with the dollar, the first thing I had to look at, okay, how many streaming services were you paying for that you weren't even using? It was coming out of your checking account automatically. And I immediately got rid of two of them because I wasn't watching it anyway. That's $50 extra a month I can invest. So it's the little things that add up that are on auto payment coming out of your account sometimes
Yep.
that you need to give up and sit down and look at your budget and what you're wasting your money on. Great
Absolutely.
words of wisdom. Rosa covered half my questions, by the way, on her part, but that's okay. I want you to speak from your heart because you talked about, your nieces, your nephews, but can you speak to every generation? Baby boomers, Gen Xers, millennials, everybody needs this opportunity to invest in themselves and why they should start investing. Because a lot of people feel like, oh no, I'm good, I'm having enough to retire, which is a lie, and Social Security will not be here. So, can you speak on that at all?
Absolutely. To everyone that's listening, right? So there's a lot of things that we lacked. A lot of education that we lacked for how to grow your money. Actually about investing, how to make your money work for you. There was a lot of things that a lot of us weren't taught. Right? It's a lot of families, right, who never had that conversation that was taught to repel money. So in that sense, that was an excuse. It was an excuse because now we all have the tools. We have the tools to be successful. We have the tools to break the cycles, right? We have the tools to be able to send our children to college, right? We have all those things at our fingertips. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of what the outside world says or or what that person is saying about what you're posting. And I'm only saying this because it's my own experience, right? A lot of times I don't want to post certain things because I'm like, what people want to think about me. Or people going to say, oh, you doing that Forex thing too? Or, the funny memes that go around about people that are doing Forex. Don't be afraid of those. Embrace it. Like, embrace it. Because those same people that are sending you those nasty comments, I guarantee you, the moment, the moment that you blow up, like you blow up, or even the moment you start to get momentum and the things and you start to change and they can see it, those are going to be the first people that reach out to you to ask you what it is that you do. And then you look at them in their face and you say, I'm doing that crazy Forex thing that you're talking about. Don't be afraid. Take a leap of faith. Believe in you. Be happy and grateful now that things are happening for you and take off and run. Right? There's a song that say run a play to 100K, but run a play to success for yourself. Run a play to generational wealth for yourself. Run a play to having this conversation with your children, letting them know that welfare is not, we don't always have to, that's not what we always have to turn to. Right? The stimulus check, we don't have to turn to these things. Right? If you go ahead and you start investing now, you take your stimulus check and you invest it now, your children will eat from this from years to come. Beyonce says it best. All her grandkids and her great-great-grandkids and their great-great-grandkids will be on the Forbes list. It's gonna be a lot of brown girls on that Forbes list, right? We deserve to be here. We deserve greatness. We deserve wealth. We deserve respect. You deserve it. You've earned it. Now go get it and act as if you already have it.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid. Walk with your head held high. Be confident and take it by storm.
Amen. You know, I was going to ask you this, and I didn't put on the little email that I sent you, but you know, I love you as a poet, right? So I wanted you, and I think I didn't, that you should have known I was going to ask this, okay? Because I call you my, remember the day of the inauguration, and I text you, right? Because I told my husband when I saw, what is she, 2021, when I saw that poet laureate give that poem, I automatically thought about you. And I text you the day of the inauguration. You remember that, right?
Did
I
yes,
said,
ma'am.
that is my, I said, she could be a poet laureate. We have our own poet laureate at BP&T. So that being said, Miss Sharde, you know, you should have prepared for this all week. So you can, because you know I'm an ask. I love it. So can you share from your heart a poem that you prepared? Or I know you can do it off the top of your head too. Can you share one or two poems with us before we ask how people can reach out to you for this phenomenal opportunity?
Absolutely. Yes, 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 I will. Thank you. Um, this one is for the babies. This one is for the babies that are feeling alone. This is one for the babies that don't have any direction. No one to lead them, no one to follow. This is for you. You are important. You are beautiful. You are our future. And now we're ready for you. See, we now have a black vice president, a black woman vice president. And if that right there doesn't symbolize enough for you to let you know that you can do it, I'm here to send a message to you. I'm here to send a message to you to let you know that these streets ain't the way to go. That the only thing that you're going to find out there is trash, gun drops, and anything that doesn't going to give you any type of nutritional value for you to move on with your life. I'm here to tell you. There's other outlets. There's counseling. And counseling doesn't mean that you're crazy. Find someone to talk to get that thing off your heart, to get that thing off your back that's been holding you back from being the great you that you are. This one is for the babies, not for your parents, not for your parents' parents, not for your great grandparents, your aunts, your uncles. That's not for them. This message is for you. Take these opportunities and use them. Use them. March in your purpose. Find love in who you are. Because before you can love anyone else, you have to love who you are. Have to love the man and the woman that you are. Stay confident. I promise you. I promise you. You'll watch all these things just start to take place and fall in place for you. The projects, Jai Hipsa always told me the projects are no longer for school. That's where we live now, but you no longer have to live there. Understand that there's so much better out here in the world. Don't repel money. Money does grow on trees. Don't repel money. Money does grow on trees. Understand. Understand, like this is literally from my heart, nothing written down, but I just came here to send you a message that people are already teaching their kids a life-changing skill that they'll never lose. It is time for you to learn. My son's only 5 years old, and he can tell you when it's red, he can't handle the drawback, but when it's blue, he gets excited because he know we're making money. If you want to know what that is, just reach out to us and we can explain it to you. He knows what the uptrend is and the downtrend is. He's only 5 years old. So if a 5-year-old can do it, a 20-year-old can do it, a 19-year-old can do it, an 18-year-old can do it. Take this opportunity. Be proud. Say it loud. You are proud to be confident, and now you are a millionaire. Watch these rappers on TV. That's not the type of money that we're trying to make. We're trying to be generationally wealthy, right? Use your education, get a mind, go to college, and make something of yourself. You are our next CEOs. You are our presidents, our vice presidents, right? This is you. You are our secretaries of state. This is you. We're dependent on you. You are our doctors, our lawyers. You are our future leaders. You are our future poets. This is you. This message is for the babies. This is message is for the babies. If you have a baby, play this for them. Let them hear this and tell them that it's time to walk in their purpose. Walk in their purpose. And this one was for the babies. Peace, y'all.
Woo! Whoa, woo,
Oh
woo. Girl, if I wasn't holding my
my.
phone, I'd be doing the old school snaps. Yeah, I'm Generation X. You know the snap. Rosa, do the snap. See,
Oh
I'm
my.
holding my phone so I snap. Thank you, girl. That's That's
Oh
old
my
school.
god.
The old generation X, they would give you a million snaps on that. Phenomenal. I'm not going to ask you for two, but if you want to do another short one, Rose and I will just say one more, please. It can be short or long. Just one more.
Yes, ma'am. Let's see. To your elders. Hmm. To those that came before me, I say thank you. I say thank you for leaving a path for us, leaving a path for us to walk. And two, I say thank you. I say thank you to my mother. Thank you to my mother for raising me to be such a strong Black woman, raising me to be proud of who I am. Mommy, I say thank you. Thank you to all the ones who are around me right now, my leaders, the Bianca Blaylocks. This is for you. This is for her mother, for having her, putting a leader in our life. So I say thank you. I take courage and pride in being the woman that I am. I run for the hills when things seem hard and confused. Sometimes I will run from it, but I'm learning not to repel that. I'm learning to not repel hate or anything of that sort. I'm learning to just embrace things. I just feel I just feel happy. And I want you all to understand that it's okay to be happy because there is a such thing as happiness. I just want you to just wake up in the morning and thank God that He allowed you to live. Wake up in the morning and say, thank you for giving me the opportunity that someone didn't have. Everything that I have to give to you all today is really just about being thankful and about being grateful and about being loved. Allow yourself to be loved, love someone else, and love on you. I promise you, this is my voice right here. This is my voice of freedom. Listen to it, follow it, go after it, go after everything. Like this is similar to the last one, but this is really everything that's on my heart right now. My heart right now is nothing but full of joy, happiness, peace, freedom, encouragement, encouraging someone else to encourage someone else, sending out love and positivity. Every day that I wake up, I just want to be positive. I just want to be happy. And so, thank you all for allowing me to be on this platform to even just give out love, to send out love. If no one told you today that they love you, I do. I love each and every one of you. Everyone that's listening to the sound of my voice right now, I love you. Listen to it again and run it back to yourself again. I love you because nobody ever told you today. I'm gonna tell you again that I love you. I care for you. I need you. I need you here today. I need you to get up every morning and give it all that you've got. Give it every last drop of it. I give the faith to you. I give encouragement to you. I love you. Peace, y'all.
Woo, girl. Okay, can y'all do some more snaps? Because I can't snap. I'm holding my phone. Go ahead, Rose. Do some snaps. Phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal,
Oh
phenomenal.
my gosh.
Phenomenal woman. You know that poem. There's a poem called Phenomenal Woman. And so when I think about Sharde Richardson, I think of that Phenomenal Woman poem. Rosa, do you have anything you want to add before we ask how everyone reaches out to Rosa Murray and Sharde Richardson to start this phenomenal opportunity? Anything you want to say, Rosa?
I don't know. Sure, that's everything I'm having.
Girl, you didn't took we got speechless.
I don't know what to say.
Okay, Rosa usually has some gems at the end, but I will tell everybody reach out. This she does. She always wraps up with from her. I'll call it words of wisdom from Rosa. But you gave us everything we needed, and I want to tell everybody that your contact information, your phone number, Rosa and Shardae's phone numbers and Instagram. How you reach out to these ladies tonight will be added to this post. Please do that. This is a phenomenal opportunity. And before we leave, any final words, Shardae, from you, and why people need to look? Life and tomorrow is not promised to anybody. Why they need to reach out to you today, this evening, this weekend, and take advantage of just you just want to talk to someone. It doesn't have to always be about the opportunity. We just want to talk to one of these ladies why they should reach out to you before we leave.
Before we leave, you should reach out to me because I have something that you need. Right? I have something that you need. I have some information that could really change your life. Um, but I also just have an open heart, an open mind, open ears. I'm always willing to listen. Um, I'm always willing to give encouragement, take encouragement, give criticism, take constructive criticism. But literally, I was put here on earth to just really to be an inspiration to young mothers. I'm a college student, mother, entrepreneur, wife to be, right? So I have the tools that you need to be successful because someone's pouring into me so that I can pour into you. So like I said, like I have the sauce. That is, I have the
That's
sauce.
it. Okay. And look, her business phone number will be listed. Please call this phenomenal woman. Rosa, you want to leave with final words of encouragement? Anything you want to say?
Your comfort zone is gonna be your broke zone. The more comfortable you are, the further you are away from success. It's easy to stay in that bubble, but if you don't take that leap of faith, you're never gonna know what it is that you can actually obtain. So.
Yes, Miss Rosa. Okay. She always leaves us with words of wisdom to think about. And look, next week we have Mr. Joshua Boyd in the house. Okay. You thought Sharde was the Sharde. Every guest is phenomenal in their own way, but I'm excited about Josh Boyd joining us next week. But look, reach out to Miss Sharde because truly this is a phenomenal woman. And I hear some little echoes, but reach out to her as soon as possible, along with Rosa. Their contact information will be under the posting. And we're going to say, have a phenomenal and blessed weekend. And thank you for Sharde, because you're a busy woman, a mom, a businesswoman. You have a lot going on. So thank you for taking the time to be with us this
Thank you so
weekend.
much.
Okay, thank y'all. Y'all have a blessed weekend. Take care.